welcome. I think usually in the first 5 minutes, a lot of people join the meeting. So I'm going to take my time with the introduction a little bit. How's my sound? It's okay? Great. So this is our fourth meeting of this symposium series. Today, we're going to be doing what we call, it's a community feature. So the episode is titled Do It Yourself. So we're going to take a look at two outstanding community members, some of the work they're doing, and hopefully get inspired and learn something in the process. I have some notes to start, just to briefly get us into it have to make sure I cover these topics. So the first one is, these events have been organized by European Partnership, which has been sponsored by Erasmus+. Erasmus+ has been a longtime supporter of inclusive movements within Circus. And the partners for this project include Hungarian Juggling Association from Hungary, Oshkochnia Studio from Poland, Monoculo from Greece, Circusatelier Woesh from Belgium, CircA de Artistas from Spain, and Self from Italy. And two of these partners are actually our guests, two of our guests today. Wait, there was more notes, technical stuff. Our tech host is Attila, who will be helping us in the chat and things like that if you need tech support. Please mute your microphones, but feel free to keep your cameras on. So when we're presenting, if you've ever presented online, it does help to see faces. So if you feel comfortable leaving your camera on, that's great. We're going to start this episode is going to be about 2 hours, probably a little bit less than that, but we give ourselves this time. And the first hour is going to be dedicated towards presentation, getting to learn about the application and practice of these two groups. And then afterwards, we'll have breakout rooms where you can choose which breakout room you go to. You can stay in one the whole time. You can switch in between, but it's an opportunity for you to speak directly with these guests, to ask questions specifically to whatever it is you're curious about, and then hopefully build network and friends in the process. The episode is being recorded for publication. So if you don't wish to have yourself seen in the video, then keep your camera turned off. No problems. I think that covers all the introduction notes, right? And yeah, we do have more people here now from when I started. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else, so I'm just going to start off by introducing our first guest. Our first guest today is Elga Pollet from Bruges. Yeah, Bruges is your town? Bruges in Belgium. And I'll just do a quick overview introduction that Elga and I worked together for the first time in March of 2023. We got in touch during the pandemic. And the reason I invited her on to this episode to share our work is because everyone's got their own little angle that they're taking, right? And we're seeing where it can go. And Elga has taken this angle of collaboration with institutions and local universities as well. So she's really partnering her expertise and her knowledge of Circus in collaboration with other institutions. And she's achieved a lot with that approach. So I'll let her introduce herself and tell you about what she's been up to. And thank you, Elga, for being here.
Hello. Wait, I will start from the beginning again. Yeah. Okay. I'm Elga from Woesh, a circus school in Belgium. And we are a circus school in the West Flanders of Belgium. And we are located in 4 cities. I think mostly knows Bruges. Then we have Ostend, Roeselare, and Kortrijk. We give in 4 cities circus classes, workshops. And of course, we, since a really long time, we do a lot of social projects. And we reach many diverse target groups, but often it's one for a short term. So we were thinking, okay, how can we do a projects more inclusive, and our classes, of course, and how can we give groups more support, more responsibility and ownership. That was really important for us, and especially how can we make our projects more sustainable, because mostly you do for 1 year a project or smaller for a few months, and then it's over, it's finished, and it's done. And after all that years, for me, I had enough with that. So for us, it was really important. The projects has to be for long term, for long years. So we created customized assistants. It's a collaboration with Vero. It's a daycare center for youngest children and adults with special needs. We did that project for 1 year with 6 assistants, and we ended with 4. It's a really nice documentary on YouTube. I can put it later on with a link on the chat. And this group, they're still working for more than 5 years. So they're still active. They give a lot of workshops. They go to schools. So, but the circus skills that we try to learn them, we noticed that it's not was accessible for everybody, and we could not reach everybody. It was only for the adults with a lot of motor skills. So we start with a new project, and it calls Woeshstieller. It's a really big and nice project. And we had a big goal and dream, and it's an inclusive and co-creative for making the circus landscape more accessible and inclusive. It was a federal funding for 3 years. And it's a project that it's quite difficult to explain because the project is constantly evolving. Well, in the meantime, we secure that has been developed to that point. So the first part, it was customized circus assistant. So what we did with the Vero assistants, the same part, but in other cities, and developing props, of course. So the first is the customized circus assistant. We have 3 groups assistants with disabilities, and they go with their supervisor to schools and elderly daycare residency. And we have 1 group of seniors. That's we learn with the juggling boards, and they go now to the elderly people. So it's the first picture you see. It's the Vero assistants. So it starts in 2018, and they are still active. They go to schools. They learn sign language and working with pictograms. That's how they work. And they learn that to the children. And after that, they give a circus workshop. They have their own instructables. Everybody has his own skill. The second one is the second group that we trained. We went to schools. We learned with juggle boards. It was the first time, and we went to the seniors again. Of course, they have their diploma. They are still active now. It was hard, but they are still active. And then the third group, it was in Ostend. We learned them in Ostend. Actually, we had 2 groups. We learned them with the juggle boards, and then the other group was a cultural centrum with the senior people. We trained them with the juggle boards as well. This movie is the Vero assistants. We train them because they want to learn new things. So we start again with a new project, and it was a short project with only the juggle boards. So we train them, and then we make a workshop with warming up and all that things. And Okay, and then the second part of the project, it was developing props with the academics, and that's why they invite me, of course. So we had a collaboration with a university in Kortrijk, and we work with IPO students, that's industrial product design students, occupational therapists, and orthopedagogics, and of course with Greg as well. The assessment that we gave to him, we give a list of requirements. It has to be an interaction, a learning curve, an emotion aspect, and a sensual feeling. And the product proposal, it has to be adjustable, do it by yourself, the instructables, and it has to be solo or multiplayer, fun, and of course creating a flow. The students, they had no background of circus. So every year we give another assignments, and so that's the result a little bit. Of course, Greg came, it was his Belgium tour, and it was really important for us that, and the students, that the feedback that he gave us. The first year, we we work with Diablo, with rings, plate spinning, the flower stick, and juggling balls. The second year, it was the juggle trestle, the tower, the metro juggle, the flipper board. And then the third year, it was we fine-tuned, okay, well, what was the best results that we have, what can we use most, and we make a selection. And the third group finished then all our information. Yeah, what now? So we had a lot of props now. For us, it was really important. Not everything is doing by yourself, but for the collaboration with the students was really important, and they need their freedom. Some wants to work with 3D printers, and other was really easy, simple. But now we chosen a little bit what we're gonna use the most. But like I said in the beginning, it's the project is so big. It has so much opportunities. So it's sometimes it's hard for okay, what do we have to do now? But we know. We want to share all the instructables, and we call it Adopt a Juggle tool. And that's the hardest part because in the beginning we thought, okay, we're just gonna share, but for the project and the community, it's important that we share our creativity and what we do, and if we use the instructables, what did you change or not? So we want to work with Slack. We want to create a community and getting feedback and ideas. So it's Woeshcraft. It's still growing. So we are busy with that, but it's a lot of work. We still want to support the customized assistant and maintain and repair props, of course, because the students make it. And some are 3D printed and some are already not working anymore. So now, okay, we have to find somebody with a printer, and so so that's the little bit the negative part of it, but yeah, it's a small part. And then for the long term, for the first time, we have an assistant, the Vero assistant, that now is an assistant in classes. So we want to start more assistants in our classes. That's inclusive. Yeah. We want to still innovate our props and working together, and we have a lot of questions for getting with our props with Woeshcraft and the healthcare for revalidation. So we have to choose a little bit our path what we want to do. But it's a really nice project, and we learned a lot of it. When you work together with schools, it takes a lot of time, but yeah, they give you much back. So we have now a lot of props, and now I'm using these props for a new project, the same what we did with Vero, but it's only with the Woeshcraft installations. So it's people with more special needs, but it's really nice. So we're making a new instructables for them, and so next summer they gonna use they gonna make the props in the organization. So next year they will go out again. So that's Woeshcraft.
You're good, Elga?
I'm yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That was a great presentation. Thank you. Super exciting stuff, right? I think the images, they say more than anything. Yeah. And I think if anyone here is interested in talking to Elga more about those ideas, that's what the breakout rooms are for. So I'm going to introduce the next guest, who is CircA de Artistas. I think the presenters are Pablo and Julieta, but CircA de Artistas is kind of like, you know, one of those things like Quat props where it has many faces. It's not just one person. There's a community of them working in Barcelona, and I invited them on because I want to show the spectrum of development that we can see. So Elga just showed us how she's developing new props and adaptations using very formalized paths, right? Partnership with institutions. And then CircA de Artistas are going to share some of their work where they're coming from the opposite end. They're just throwing things together with recycled materials and having similar impacts and similar results, taking just a different approach, a different process to the investigation. And I want us to be able to see that both of those pathways are viable. So, CircA de Artistas, welcome to the show.
Okay, guys, this is our presentation. In the presentation have 3 videos. One video for the activities, but Julieta speak talking about this, and 2 videos more for the new game. Now in CircA create a new game, a new concept. We are very happy for the new game. I hope you like. Juli, ¿estás ahí?
Okay, yes. Hello, welcome. So, CircA Toys and CircA Asociación de Artistas presents Inclusive Circus Network Gathering Symposium March 2025. Implementation and design of inclusive workshop games through inclusive and functional juggling. Juggling is a game, and playing is a right of the people. It is a relationship we create with the objects through space and time in a state of flow. And this is the idea principal for CircA. And we inspired about this idea. CircA Malabares Modulares is the name for the project. Collaborate with and participate in the following events and in the festivities of local communities here in Barcelona, and with activities on the occupational centers and seniors' homes. And the last day of the functional diversity in the 3 de diciembre. And we participate with games and in the juggling design workshop of the European Design Institute Barcelona too, the last year.
Okay, this is the first video. No sé qué pasó. Ay.
This is here in Barcelona in the park with the different kind of activities with the neighbors.
Exacto, Juli. ¿Cómo salgo acá? A ver. Mm, Hola.
Hola.
No puedo volver atrás. Ahí. Dale,
Inclusivity,
Juli.
collaboration, and adaptation. In very event we participated in, we face encoding challenges of inclusivity, and this is a source of inspiration and gives up the impulse to continue creating and developing new games with the intention for reaching as many people we can. So in the activities, we promote the participation of the present in the workshop, including parents, therapeutic caregivers, and educators, and everybody. And in 2023, yes, we have the best social circus project for the Circolica Magazine Award. So we are proud about this. It's really impressive. Yes, thanks.
Habla un poquito más alto, Juli.
Yeah, this is CircA, Asociación de Artistas Malabares Mular, received the recognition and award for the best social circus project in 2023 by Circolic magazine. For the design and construction, we use readily available, low-cost, recycled, and low-complexity materials and tools, but with a lot of creativity. Circus equipment come from our partner store here in Barcelona. The name is Papayona Circus. It's our friend store, Circus store. And now it's Pablo's time about the new game.
Okay, CircA Toys present Tita Table. It's a wonderful game. Tita Table. A ver, sorry, guys. No puedo leerlo todo. Bueno, va. Se me pasó, disculpen. A ver, sí, ahí. The new structure, es que no puedo leerlo todo. Juli, léelo vos, por favor.
This new structure is inspired by the spatial sequencing map of binary interaction of the Quat props in expanded plane for 5 of 5 reference points, which allows for a greater number of combinations that increases stimulation with a juggling game. The following demonstration is the result for the continuous search board from using and search for inclusivity.
Okay.
Nice, 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 nice.
Um, uh, this is Tita. This is Tita and Tita table and have no, sorry. And now is the second part of the game. The game transform, ¿cómo se puede decir que se transforma su esencia?
Essence Transform.
Bien, Martina.
Transformers, ya está.
Gracias, mi amor. Okay, we present the second part of the new game. This is Tita Floor. Juli, Vale.
Sorry. Is the same structure inspired by the spatial sequence map of a binary interaction, but this case is 9 for 9 reference points. So let's see.
here we go. Sí. Exactamente.
Thanks for sharing this space created by Quat props. We want to be your inspiration. As many people, it is for us, like Elga, like a lot of people. So let's keep creating, playing, and learning with social circle for everyone. And the change depends of us.
The change depends of us, guys.
Wow, congratulations. Congratulations. It was a great,
I
it was a
hope
great
you
con-
like you.
Yeah, it's interesting. You're mixing a lot of the ideas and you just apply it a slightly different way and you end up with all these new possibilities.
Yes.
Yeah, we could have long conversations about the applications of this idea, but right off the top of my head, I will just say like it obviously it seemed like it have a lot of applications and like interventions. It's not necessarily juggling, right? But it incorporates so much of the language of juggling, right? So you're taking this knowledge of juggling and you're transferring it into a whole nother field that it can be played with. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you
How are we
too.
doing? How are we doing, everyone? We've been watching, listening closely, learning. Excellent. Are we excited to talk to the two guests? Yeah. Raise your hand if you're looking forward to this. Yeah. Can I get some movement, some indication? Maybe we can start turning on some of our cameras as well, seeing who's here. So we are now going to move into the breakout rooms. And there's going to be two main ones. The first one is going to be for Elga, Circus Woeshstieller. I can never pronounce right. Circus Woesh. It's easier for me. And then the other one is for Barcelona. So you can choose which one you want to go to. If you haven't, if you're not familiar, what will happen is once the Attila gets this open, right? At the bottom of your screen, it should appear four cubes. If you're on a desktop or a laptop, you should see four squares. And you click on those four squares, and then it will give you an option of breakout room 1 or breakout room 2. You're free to join, to exit, to go to another one. If you're not interested in either of those topics and you want to hang out and have some casual conversation, this space will stay available. So you can choose to stay here, see who hangs out, talk about something different if you like. But we encourage you to join the breakout rooms and we encourage you to participate. Like, ask questions, just interact with each other. Things will happen. Yes. So enjoy the breakout rooms. At the end, 5 minutes before, Attila will make an announcement to let everyone know. And then there's a way you can leave. But if you're not familiar how to do that, it'll just automatically bring you back after we're done with the breakout rooms. And we should plan for about 30 minutes. We'll see how the conversations are going. But I think 30 minutes is enough time with this size group. We've got only about 30 people here. So it's enough time for us all to talk with each other, exchange the contact information, and start dreaming about the next thing, right? That's the goal.
My first question is, you seem to have a lot of collaboration with, like, for example, art schools, universities, and so on. We are trying to get there, and I'm trying this for now 5 or 6 years, and let's say it's a very rocky road for us so far. And I would like to hear from you, like, what did you do to approach these institutions in a way that they basically said, yeah, we want to work with you. Because what we face is that a lot of the time we go into these institutions and we are met with kind of, sometimes it's a little bit curious, like they're a little bit curious, but often it's like, circus, what? Who are you guys? Not academic. Okay, bye.
Yeah. I think it has to grow for working together with other organizations. It's for me, it's having that connection. You have the talk, and or feeling okay. They can carry the project. For me, it's really important that when we are off that project, that it's still going. Not all the social organization are like that, but with the university, with schools, we had that good luck. We had a really nice collaboration with the university. It's finding the people and the funding that we had. It has to be spread. So it's not on one place. So we started up in 4 different places. It was the connection with the assistants with special needs and the students. It's a lot of things, and now we are looking for working together in September with schools, with students who are 16. So and we will start this year. It was not possible because they had already their goals, but it's finding the right school, and like the youngest students, they work with engineering, and so we can give all that. It's working with wood or it's engineering. So that's the good thing of our props. It's for everybody, and it's for students who want to do a bachelor. So they can fine tune on one prop. And this year we had a lot of questions of students and schools for working together. So I think when you have the fine everything together that the school needs, it's easy. But yeah, it's we just have one really nice collaboration with school, and then it goes really fast. I think you have to look further than just only that project. So what can you give more? What can you give the students? So for us, it works. So.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's also really hard to answer these questions in regards to other countries because each country is so different in terms of how the institution work and how funding works and so on. So I totally get that this is hard to really answer for another country, basically. Okay, I make my second question, and then maybe I'll leave for the other breakout room. Yeah, okay. So the other question is, yeah, kind of a little bit teasing about a project we are doing, but we are looking for collaboration. And it's like not a funded project. It's something that we as a society just decide to put work into because we believe in it. And what we are trying to build is basically a platform to collaborate, to share information that's independent of a lot of things. That's like, for example, it's open source. You can get everything down to you and use it offline and so on. I don't want to go into much details, but the thing is, we are just starting out, but we are already trying to find collaborations for people because we have a lot of sources we can put in. We already have like 160 games for social circus and social whatever things. But we want to basically reach out to other people who has resources that are worth sharing, and just to look if it's possible or if it's worth it also to collaborate on these things. So this is more a request, basically, not really a question.
No, that's a weakest part of this whole project. We have all the instructables of all that props of the 3 years. We want to share, but for us it's okay, we want to have input. So how can we do that? And then we start with finding information. It's working with Slack. It's starting a community. And it was okay. It's not so just sharing. So and we are really it's since a few months that we do nothing again anymore. So we working together with the university as well. But it's it's a lot of things that come on that path as well. It's not just sharing. It's so I think maybe we have to talk later on another day with the coordinator and.
I think the meeting in Budapest is a good place for this.
She will be there, so it's good. I think it's good for us. Yeah. Cool.
So
Cool.
yeah, then that's my questions. I'm really sorry to leave, but I also want to ask questions to the CircA people, so I just switched the rooms. But thank you, Elga, and
hello. Shoot me.
Hello, Elga. May I also have a question? I really like that work, that cooperation with the university and developing with the people who are not like directly connected with the circus. It's interesting. I see it as a very nice to have a different perspective and approach, which it really makes my brain feel good. That this is a really nice connection, and also that work with the elderly people, teach them and let them work with another older people, like to peer. I really like it, and I work with my class. I teach many classes, but I also teach older adults, like from 55 to 86 or something. And I also would like to teach them how they can share their knowledge with their peers and also with their grandchildren and whoever they want to. And I have maybe just like this kind of a question. Do you think would it be possible that if I would like to come to your organization for kind of like job shadowing or see how you work, would it be possible this for me?
I think so. It depends because we're working in different time projects, so it depends when and when you can. So yeah, of course. Yeah.
Great. May I then send you an email or somebody else, or
you can send me an email to Elga@Woesh. I put it in the chat.
Chat, maybe. Yes. Great.
But all the combinations, it works. It's nice. It's the different ages together. You can do nothing wrong. The youngest with elderly people, people with special needs, and elderly people, or elderly people with elderly.
Yeah, I saw this combination. Yes.
Yeah. So and that's why we start mostly a project. We learn them. It's really important that some responsible teachers follow the course with us, and then we go to practice. We go to different organizations with a group. We have, okay, you give the warming up, you give that. They have pictures, what they have to do. So everything it's with pictures. It's so they follow. Okay, exercise 1. They gave an exercise a name, the fly or so they can work independent, but there is one responsible who follow them. But then after a course, we let them go. But we take care. Okay, first it's the learning, and then it's going to its practice, the diploma, and then fly. We let them go, and the organization they work together. So sometimes you help them, you go back, but it's and that's the most beautiful on this project is the project actually is finished, but it's still live. So yeah.
So you have also some kind of like a methodology you will give to those who you educate. Like you said some pictures like the warm up, what to do. So they have some guideline how to use their knowledge. That's great.
Yeah.
And maybe one more question, because I'm not familiar with your organization, so I don't know. Do you have like regular classes like that people are going and practicing or learning circus, or it's more focused on to educate people and let them go to be teachers?
Mostly it's for let them be assistant teachers. And now we try, okay, we have a lot of assistant teachers now. Can we bring them to our classes for being assistant with the teacher in our class? It's not because it's with kids then. So it's every week. So it's other than just a workshop. But then we work together with the organization, with the job coach, and they fix everything. So they learn, okay, that's the route that they have to take with the bus or with the bike. So they learn everything because that's a lot of work, and that's nice that that organization take that out of our hands, and they organize everything with the job coach. So they get paid. That's important when we have with our teachers a weekend. We invite them as well because they are teachers as well. So we try to see them, but we're taking small steps. For us, it was easier for doing it for a long time, but it takes a lot of work. So, but slowly we're getting there. So that's nice.
Great. It sounds beautiful, like really like a complex social project, not just like teaching circus, but teaching people who can teach the circus and let them be with somebody else, also helping them to use it, basically, to be in the
other way of inclusive. We try to get our circus school more inclusive, and it's hard. It's really hard for doing that. So we went to organizations, we trained them, and now they go to schools. But then but they have to come to our circus school as well. So but there's a lot of things that's important for them. So so they help us for with the job coach, but what we have to fix and do, and but yeah, we learn a lot.
That sounds great. Like for me, there is also this kind of like a connection to have a like a circus as like a circus art using in a social sector, be kind of like a sustainable, because it's like my perspective is that in the organization itself there are just limited time and people sources. Like we would like to teach everybody and work with every organization, but we basically can't because we don't have enough resources. So that's the way how to spread even more to teach people from another organization, from another field of focus. That's
Yeah.
nice. Thank you so much, Elga. And
Yeah.
I will write you an email. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Can I ask something?
Of course.
How are you financing all this operation? Is it like you get funding and you do a project?
Yeah, we had a big funding, a federal funding of 3 years. I think was something like 200, 300,000 euros. So it was a really big funding because working with academics, it's really expensive. If you work with a university or something, it's wow. Everybody says circus is expensive. No, the academics is really, really expensive. So luckily, we worked with the writer of our funding. He works in Bruges and in the government, and he is specialized for helping organizations for making funding. So he knows a lot. Okay, working with university, you have to ask more money. So he has a really good view on that. And in the beginning, we thought, okay, it's too much money, but actually, it's perfect. It's not that we could give money away, but it was good paid, but we really need it because when you work with special needs and then academics, it takes a lot of time. You have to go to school a lot of times. You have talks with the teachers, then you with your assistants. You have to pick them up. You have to bring them. You have to bring them back, and so all the time that you said that you will do for the project, you have to do it 2 times more because everything takes more energy, more time, and then still, yeah. But the nice thing it was that it's 3 years, and that makes a lot of changement.
And you are in
What?
Which country are you in?
Belgium.
Belgium, okay.
Yeah.
So it was funded by the Belgian government, all this project.
Yeah, it's a cultural funding. And now we try again for a second part of Woeshstieller.
It's from the government or the European Union, your funding?
No, from the Belgian government. The most important thing of that project of the funding it was that you will all the information that you have, all the props, all the things that you're sharing. So it doesn't stay in one city or one place, but you try to share so many as you can. In Belgium, we did it in Europe as well, but for them it was really important that it not stays in West Flanders where we work, but that we try to expand as so much as we can.
So you traveled throughout Belgium to do it?
But Belgium traveling, it's Belgium. It's so small. So no, we start in the east of Flanders. So from west to the east now. So
How many people are in your team?
Not so many. I think we are with five paid people. I'm do only social circus. I'm do only Woeshcraft now. So that's my responsibility.
Okay.
And in September, it's the ending of that project, and now we have to start finding new funding because it's growing, and we want to do a lot of things, and we can do a lot of things. So we have to start finding a new money, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck. I wish you it's a
Yes,
great thing that
with
you're
this
doing.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since you have all this, you know, in your background now, I think that you have, you know, I guess you must know now what's next, you know, to ask for.
Yeah. We want to invest more in our assistants because we train them, but now it's 3 years later. So yeah, we have to go back. We have to see, okay, what do they need? Do they want to learn something new, or they want to stop, but with the props as well, because the props, some are good, some are break down, and how we want to share it. We gonna work in the revalidation. So we have a lot of opportunities, but we have to choose because it's
Yeah.
we are in a small team, so yeah, but it
And
works.
this is the five of you, your team is all you do, or you do other stuff as well?
Yeah, the others are teachers, so I'm
Okay.
only responsible for social circus, or actually, and for Woeshcraft.
All right. Okay. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
thank
Good
you.
luck with the rest of the of the next stage. With the next stage. I think I will go to the other breakout room to see what's going on there. So thank you very much,
Bye.
and see you later. Bye bye.
Hello, Elga.
Hello.
I have a question. I am a teacher in special education in several disorders child, and my subject is something like socialization, music plus socialization, and I think it's a very nice way how to teach. It's hard people. And my question is, are you how courses from teacher, because I have Erasmus Plus money and I would like to learn these methods in Belgium or in I found courses with teacher, but in Belgium you don't have course with teacher, no, from teacher.
It's more like a course. Train the trainer, train the teacher, train. But the thing what we do is actually it's a process that we are going through, and every group is different, of course, but we try to learn them. Okay, what do they need? How can they give classes independent, workshops independent? So they need pictures or they need pictures.
Yeah.
Every group is different, of course, and some are need just one skill, or some can have a map. Okay, I want to do that skill. So, but mostly we make pictures of every movement. They give a name on the trick, and they have their own book with all the exercise, and they put it in front of them, and they mostly they cannot speak. They show the children. They can watch on the pictures as well, but yeah, they.
And you have practical course with teacher. If I wanna go to Belgium and learn it, maybe 5-day courses.
Yeah,
I can't find it.
Yeah, but when we give when we are busy with a project with a project like that, you can follow, but it's something that we made by ourselves, but it's not existing now.
Right. Well,
But it's not something new or.
It's maybe in Belgium it's not new, but in Latvia I never seen that. It's a brilliant method with several disorders, but I don't see it in we not do it in our schools. I don't know why, because I would like to learn more and more.
Because it's
and I
it's
I would like to see it in a life. I would like to see it. I would like touch it and understanding, because it's small time, five times in Zoom rooms.
It's if I may, maybe I can answer you. Craig has a class, like workshop or class for of inclusive juggling, with the inclusive hoop and inclusive juggling. It's supposed to be, I think, now very close. And also he offer the special training for people who then can teach the adaptive juggling or adaptive circus to others. There's two options. You can, if you have money, basically you have two options: go to the class with Craig himself and his partner with the hoop, and or go to let somebody train to be trainer of inclusive juggling. So
Because it's pagaidi, my English is not in Latvian inclusive circ. I would like take inclusive circ methods in my lessons.
Yeah,
and I can it, but I need to learn more and more.
so this is classes
Because I
basically
am
for you,
just
and that there
started.
is a lot of material on the YouTube channel, and basically these guys spent last 3 or 4 or 5 years to exploring and making methods and all together. So
In
you can
what
find a lot
country?
of, yeah.
Just in YouTube, but in maybe I can find course social circus in Belgium, in Italy, or in other country.
There is a social circus class, or the class in Brussels. It's for 1 year in
Oh
École de
no,
Brussels.
I have just 5 days. Because
And
I think Quat, and I think that's the best thing. And really, what I do, I think you can do it by yourself as well. I just invent something, and it's so easy. It's just with soccer they can do the same. It's not only with circus. You can do it with everything. It's working inclusive, working with special needs, and find really strange ways for putting people together.
also there is a social circus network. Like basically my organization, CircA, and many more around Europe are part of Caravan Circus Network, which is network dedicated to social circus. There is all the sharing of everything what we are doing together, supporting, making some workshops when people ask. So there are resources of a knowledge and people willing to share. And I don't know actually if, because I think in the last meetings here where that there's supposed to be some adaptive juggling conference or something. Is it happening? Do you know anybody about it? Because I know that it was part of the project before, that there was some kind of big meeting in Hungary.
And few
Yeah, I
weeks.
mean, we have some. Hi, I'm Lapo from it. We have some meetings around. For example, we have the Hungarian convention, or we have the Italian functional juggling convention. So we have some meetings around, basically, usually close to Erasmus project. So some Erasmus project we got in funding, some meetings.
Just
Yeah.
meetings.
Yeah, I mean, where you can study or even match or discuss with other functional jugglers around of Europe. I mean, basically they are national. So if you come to Italy, you have the Italians one. If you go to Hungary, you have the Hungarian ones. But we have some guests from other countries, so you can basically meet people there or in a workshop like this, on a webinar like this online. Or juggling convention, for example, this year the AJC is in
yourself when you want to speak.
Welcome back. So I hope your conversations were fruitful or fulfilling. I think our group had a great conversation. So what I'm going to do now is fill you in a little bit about some of the topics we talked about, and then someone from the other group can do the same, just so we all have a general sense of what happened. And then we'll also be publishing this recording within the next week with both breakout rooms. So if you were here and you were curious what we talked about in the other room, you can watch the recording. And share the playlist for these recordings as well, because I think this is a really valuable resource we're creating in the process. We're taking a sort of snapshot of what is inclusive circus right now in different areas. So to summarize what happened in our group, first Pablo took us through more details of this spatial sequencing map new system of play that they're experimenting with, and we all got really excited about its potentials. And he also showed us that we recognize that it's a simple format, right? Like the concept itself is simple. So the real value, the real knowledge to use the tool is understanding the patterns and all the things you can do with it. So he shared with us, he's already began a process of creating a bit of a notation system with symbols to help label and identify the different sequences they're creating, and like a pattern chart that can help people who maybe don't know about juggling or these complicated sequences, how to quickly set them up. So he's at that level of development. And then we also talked a lot, had interesting conversations about CircA's more free play approach. They're pioneering of the free play approach, and sort of just trusting that if we create these environments of juggling for people, they will all find their own personal success with it. And we all agreed that one of the most impactful benefits of allowing the free play to happen is how the connections that it forms between people. And that relates to their philosophy of wanting to include parents and caregivers and all those things in the conversation as well. So it was a great conversation. We had a good time. Elga, I don't know if you feel comfortable giving us a review, or maybe Lapo or someone else who was there can give us a summary of what the topics were. How do you feel about that? No? Lapo, you feel ready to do that? Somebody who was in the conversation can summarize. Victoria, help me out, guys.
I think Vittoria wants to summarize it.
Who wants to summarize it?
Vittoria, I'm quite sure about this.
Lapo said you wanted to summarize it. Is that true?
But she's the young, she needs more
Or is he
practice.
a
So
bastardo? I think he was being a bastardo.
Actually, I jumped in the half to other breakout rooms, so I have only the first part.
Okay, so it's my time.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we started about some questions. So Mark started with some questions about how to reach some institutional environment like university, and we're discussing about how Elga is working like with universities, for example, and that's for sure. It depends from country to country. Then Elga just went deep into this his methodology of working with assistants and to include associations and university people to teach them how to teach. So in this way, with like 5 people, they are able to reach to enlarge the circus channels, the circus workshops around of the country. Then we just step a little inside about how to present project and I mean how to use fundings. So basically that's for Belgium for sure. And nothing.
So this is a space for the audience to talk with you, to ask questions.
Okay. Yes.
It's going to be based off of their Something to start with, even if it's not a question, even if it's just a compliment, something like,
Yes,
or
sure.
if you want to tell them that you think what they're doing is terrible, anything you want to.
Hello, everybody.
And if nobody has any questions, then I don't know, Julieta and Pablo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I've
it's
got
okay,
a
but
question.
I read the message. Yeah, it's like a twister, exactly.
Nadie va a decir hola. Oh, get it.
Hi.
Hey, hello.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Hey.
Can I ask a question? Because the video, I liked it very much, all the different things that you're making. And the Tita table, can you explain a bit more about it? Because there was no sound with the video, and it looked as if there was supposed to be sound.
Thanks, great.
With some explanation. So maybe you can just explain a bit more of what the idea behind it is.
Yeah, great question. Thank you, Garrett.
I have a question for you, Garrett. So what you understand about the teeny table?
Lo mataste.
Okay, well, because you explained that it's the 5x5, so I assume it's the 5 lanes of the juggle board with bilateral and asynchronous, etc. And then you apply that in 2 directions. So you tap in order of numbers. So you put your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anywhere, and that forces you to tap them in any in the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But because you put them in different spaces, you are forced to move your arms all over the board. That's what I make of it.
Yeah, this is the idea, Pablo. Creo que I think he explained perfectly the game, and it's first is with 5, but then Pablo puts the accessories, the colors accessories for the 9. Pablo, I'm
Sí.
right? It's not.
No, el de accesorios es para 7, pero bueno, sí puede ser 9 también, sí, 7 o 9.
Yeah, and the accessory is for 7
or 9.
Or 9. But yeah, it's for the cruising the middle line of the body. It's for, sounds like simple, but when you have the teeny table front, the difficulty is a surprise, because it's not easy, but it's really funny because it's a challenge, but you've never lost. It's a challenge for you and for your mind, and you laugh all the time, but you never lost.
You have other systems I've seen, it's a classic from phys education and stuff, where you have like different shapes, and then that determines how you touch the table, like a triangle is open hand, a circle's closed, or some other shape could be point. You start to combine that with these systems of games. You've got a really advanced like sequencing, coordination, development thing going on. And then if you added in like functional objects, like just played it like a chessboard, even just like, and you didn't show any open state patterns, you just touched. Imagine if the locations like you pick up and you move to the other location, it's endless. It's endless. I think it might require though more of an environment. Like
I break my head with this game.
Yeah. Imagine this. Imagine it's the same but with a Newton. So you would have to build a platform, because the ropes go all the way around, right? So you would need to build a floor, a fake floor on top, so the ropes can go around, right? And the person can stand there. And then you have a grid of 5x5 Newton balls. So if I pull on this one, the other one go up. You don't need to give me the numbers now. It's automatic. And you can like set it before they go into the space, and then they will create that sequence automatically. This happened with the Newton now. If you go inside it, have you seen these videos when I go inside the Newton and I play like this from both? No? You don't see this one? So if you go inside the Newton, you can play by yourself if you sit in the middle. Because if I pull on that,
okay.
And then it
like
forces
the box.
me. If I go in the middle, and I play with something automatically, I have to move.
Yes.
So if you would have to make an installation for that though. That's a
Yeah, and we don't finish because we have a lot of for sure more, because the idea for Pablo is in the floor, in the table, and then you can put in the wall, you know, with, I don't know, the English is iman, the iman,
yeah, like with Velcro,
or with Velcro, no, or with the, I don't know the iman, como no sé cómo se dice imán. Yeah, but with the Velcro, with some kind for the wall.
This everyone when you put in the freezer.
Okay, yeah. This is
the fridge magnets.
Yeah, magnets. Yeah,
Magnet.
you can do in the fridge.
Yeah, this
So
reminds
it's a
me of
different plane.
hand-eye-body coordination, Jacob Weiss from the United States. He has participated with us in some of these projects. And he have a lot of these, he use like arrows.
Cry.
Yes.
Cry. Yo puedo compartir pantalla ahora.
Sí, por favor.
¿Sí?
Creo sí.
Porque yo el juego lo tengo escrito. I have a manual for the game, you know?
Oh, already you are
Yeah, he have a patrons. He have a patron.
Cry, cheers. Claro, porque
that is the material you have, you know, like the system.
Yes, he have a.
Me gustaría
myself.
Me gustaría mostrarlo lo que escribí, porque hacer el juego me costó un tiempo, pero hacer esta parte digital me costó muchísimo.
Go. Oh.
Tengo un segundo.
Sorry. He say because he write the patrons then building the game and design the game.
So while he's away, but another topic or area that the CircA has experience doing the installation, right? One of the first groups I saw. Is he here? Oh.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
But the manual have in Spanish, of course. Sorry, guys. But don't have problem, Garrett. For tomorrow, have in English and said for you. CircA, this is the maybe the future manual for you play. Presentation, data table, the size, the base, the dots, and the differences in between, or one or two. But this is one signal. My signal is possible to make other signals. Cards with patrons. When you see how to play, concepts, base, dot, way, career, notation for the series, sequenciation, cómo jugar, how to play, one simple annotation, cards. He say the star put the position with the player. Of the player. It's possible you play in horizontal or vertical. And we have a new concept is bilateral. Is a mix of bilateral and lateral.
I like that term, like a pattern 5, yeah? Como patrón 5 is
yes.
Bilateral. Okay, now I have a word to tell the people in the class when they ask me this, like, oh, but this one is both.
Yeah.
It's a new word, bilateral. Annotations. Okay. In the cards, when you go to play, have a lot of cards, and you take one and say, the number of the patron. Here say the number, the name of the patron. Here, these arrows is the form of the patron. This is in this case is irregular. Put one for up and one for down. The difficulty is down, middle, or high. You for play, you start in the cases in the line. And then in the when you play in the card mode, don't put empty case. Here is the mode with the pawn. 2 players. Compliments. Annotation for the compliments. Mode free. How to play Tita Floor. It's same, but I have a difference. Dot feature, recommendation, denominations. Denominations. This is the name of the patron, and here is the denomination. How do you play?
Yeah, it really, with all the different formations, I've done this before. I came up with a notation system. It gets really complicated, right? And coming clean, simple visual ways for people to understand the information is important.
Okay, that is all. Okay. That is all.
Yeah,
I
think
had
that helped
another
me.
practical question. I was wondering what the circles that the numbers that you put on, what are they made of? I mean, don't they slide away, or they move, or what are they made of? Because I see you stepping on top of the numbers with the 9x9.
It's Craig is in goma eva. It's goma.
Foam.
The material.
It's foam.
Foam?
It's goma. It's
Foam.
goma.
Yeah.
So it'd have a little bit of a
It's
texture.
a soft.
Like a fabric. I think the materials are fabric based. Carrots.
Okay.
Not sliding.
Maybe the name in English is foam.
You use in the school. The soft.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it will be anti-slip.
¿No tenés ahí, Juli, un trocito de goma eva para mostrarles?
Okay.
No.
Nice.
Ahora traigo.
If you want to talk a little bit too about this your application with these props as well, because that's also interested in the work you do, where you do these plaza installations in the videos. People saw how you will just fill an area with different props and you'll let people play without instruction, right? You can talk about those experiences.
Yeah, sure. So in the last maybe 3 or 4 years, we work with different associations around Circus or around Barcelona. And this kind of work is really place when we take a new ideas, because in all the time we have a challenge about the inclusivity with our games. So we have a really nice story about the one guy in association just around here, the Barcelona. It's the only man. He cannot play with our games because he can only move the eyes and blow. So when we come home again, it's a new challenge because we wanted this guy in the next time play with us. So we put 5 points with molinos I don't know if it's the name in English. More this the move with the wind. And ¿cómo digo molino?
Windmills.
Why, molinos?
Or pinmills, they think they call. You
Yeah,
blow them.
for the
There's like a little fan and you blow and it turns. Yeah.
So we put 5, and the next time this guy can blow these 5 points and make some kind of patterns. So this is the idea. The challenges make more inclusive the workshops. And yeah, we go with all the staff and put tables and put all the games, and we invite all the people around to play. And this is the best place for learn, for inspire more.
Oh, someone's sharing. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is your, but that's your opinion, right? That this is the best way to play, but it's important to be aware that it's not the context that everybody present the functional juggling. You know, we start with the practice. We really try to formalize it first and have a clear facilitation method. Like in Italy, it's very strong, this culture of the facilitation method. Whereas in Spain, everywhere I go, I share the same information and I let the people apply how they want, you know?
Okay.
So in Spain, they're more against, there's not that there's resistance, but I find that there's more interest in the free play model, you know, and saying, oh, Craig, we like these ideas. We think it's really smart what you do, but we trust, or we have a different way of sharing knowledge and learning with each other, right? In the Mediterranean culture or whatever. I don't know. This is my perspective. So I want to hear more about, like, how do you know it's working? Because it's not obvious to someone who come from a facilitation background. If I just put the prop and I let people play by themselves, how are they going to learn something? So tell me how you know this is happening.
We don't know. It's just we go and we play and.
But when you see, what do you see? What do you see when you see them play?
I see happiness for fun for 45 minutes with the grandpas, with the kids, I see happiness with all the people. Mm-hmm. So.
And the skill, you see skill.
We don't know.
I watch a lot of your videos. You're not facilitating, so maybe after 45 minutes, the skill level is not as high as if they spend 45 minutes with me doing facilitation. But the joy is so much.
Yeah, this is the reason, because I insist CircA do more inclusive activities with less circus. It's only the experience. It's not in the time. It's not functional in the time, because we don't go in 1 year 10 different times in one place and play with the same guy. We have all the time different workshop or different activities, and maybe we see one time one person 45 minutes, and the result is in this 45 minutes. It's not in the time with the functional juggling. It's more inclusive and experience circus time.
So your goals when
it's clear the difference.
Yeah, it's clear just by looking at it. What I'm trying to do is create comparison now between the other approaches and more clarify what makes you unique.
Yeah, so maybe we can not have too much experience about the one game in the time, because we play with one game, but with a different person, with different kind of person all the time. So we have a different results.
Exactly. But I think you achieve those results very well. I think you achieve those results very well.
Nosotros siempre tenemos siempre tenemos un resultado exitoso, ¿no? Porque
Mm.
vamos un momento a un sitio, a un espacio y es ideal, es increíble.
It's a magical
Sorry for.
time.
I really admire too how, like you say, bring the grandparents to play with the kids, and bring the parents to play with each other. Like when I see those videos, I just see kids of all ages playing together. You know,
Yes,
kids
and that is,
from 3 to 100 playing together. So
yeah,
it's beautiful to see how just a simple environment can bring all that out with the people.
and for example, we have a experience because sometimes the parents come and put their kids place and they take the phone and watching. It's no, hello, come, give me the phone, sit down, connected with your kids, or change, connected with the other kids, or connected with the other person. But this is a playtime. We don't have a kindergarten.
But I
So
I noticed this application too is not a traditional goal, right, that we have had in
No.
circus, but it's becoming more important. You know, all these technologies, all this individualism, the detachment. Our guest last week, Paola from Mexico City, she emphasizes this as well, where she tries to get the parents. She uses the circus just to get the parents to interact with the kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
we
think
put
maybe
a
it's a
car.
little bit sad if we think about why we need that, but I'm happy we have this tool to help people, you know, create connections.
Yes, and just this is in the modulares is a space for connection, for this connection about this and connection with your kids and plays, and yeah, that is it.
I really love it. You guys have inspired me with that because I was definitely I started off so much more rigid. My traditional background is like,
and sometimes we try to mix different groups like chairs, wheels, and kids for the street, you know, and this work too. It's really nice.
I'm curious what Marcos has to say about your work because he came around a little bit after you guys, but he's gone a very similar path. So it's interesting to see what he feels.
Yeah, it's the hello guys, actually.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, friends from Barcelona. I want to say also to the way that the CircA work, it's like the seeds, you know, I think they call it seeds, yeah? You take a lot of these and you go around the places and you throw it, just throw it. And maybe it comes, maybe not, maybe you never know. Just put the seeds and always something create, always. No. Yeah. So this is very important to have just an idea. So just put it there and let them to discover by themselves. And if you see something that someone to want more, okay, you go close to them and you give them more. Because if you are not give them more, maybe they will leave it. Because it's like the trees. When we go up, you have to cut some because they want always to grow. If you leave it, then it will be, the tree will be down. So, yeah, that's I want.
I know what he's saying. Mark has his hand up too. Do you want to say something, Mark?
Yeah, hello. I have first off, I want to know if you guys are in Budapest in 1.5 weeks, because I would be so glad to meet you there.
Oh, I'm really sorry, but no, because we have a really bad administration the last year and we late to the Erasmus Plus, so we don't have money, but we love it to go. But we have a place here in Barcelona, so always you are invited to come to share in the next Erasmus or something. Yeah, you want to be inside.
Hello,
So
Attila speaking. Breakout rooms will be closed in 5 minutes.
Okay, I have to
Yeah, also the
okay,
functional
so
juggling convention that happens in October in Italy. They've been consistent. with that. I think that's a good opportunity for everyone to meet each other once a year. So try to prioritize getting there.
okay.
When is it?
I have
When in October?
We don't have the date yet, but it's usually, I think, it's been October the last 3 years. So they'll have notifications. You should follow the Self Project, which is the Locals program. If you want, I can post a link in the chat for you now.
but it's in 2025, right?
Yeah, there will be, yeah.
This
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah, they had one last
Like
year.
they did last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
they've done it with and without funding. So I'm pretty sure they're going to make it happen, whether,
Yeah. Yeah, because we have a lot of more games for sure. Yeah, and ideas.
Yeah, we want to keep that thing rolling.
But yeah,
I can.
Mark, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Because we are soon out of the breakout room, then my request is just that we can now or in the main room share an email, because I want to get in contact now, like not in half a year or in a year when we eventually meet in a project, but I want to get in contact now because we have a collaboration project that we are currently developing, and it's also independent of funding. We just do it because we believe in it. And I said it to Elga also, this is exactly what we are searching basically. And I want to just get in contact and talk about it.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, yes, we share.
And the second, like, this is interesting for everyone. It's just like you were talking about this cultural difference between the approach of CREC and the approach of you guys. And I have just to share one thing because I find it pretty funny because in the work I do in the kindergarten, we have actually both approaches, and it's quite interesting. So the one is this approach to have really a teaching, like I have a structure I want to do with the client. And the other approach is this free play form. And the question is, okay, what difference basically? So what can people get? Like I do this half a year, so what's the difference? And there is obviously a difference if I do like this one-on-one time, and there is a way higher skill development in time. But what we observed is with the free play, we don't give instructions the same way. We don't give instructions. We have the stuff there and we let just the kids play. And eventually we guide them a little bit in the direction, but that's it. And what we observed is, what you said, this kind of fun and this like the engagement and the play they have. This is what really sticks. And I think something, it reminds me often that in like the Western countries, we often think about kind of logical about these things, like a structure and a plan, and I have a goal and an outcome. And this more approach of like call it creativity or whatever, but it's like this free form thing. And I think both are really valid. Both really have directions that give a goal, like they reach a certain goal, but they are different. This is like a different development. And I just wanted to share because it's really you can use both at the same time. That's the thing we actually observe. They really benefit each other.
That's the
so
goal. Yeah,
I
that's
just
the
wanted
goal.
to share this. Yeah.
That's the goal. It's harder to create though, because it requires more advanced and broader teaching knowledge, right? I don't think I really started to truly value it till I started touring South America. And that's when it really started to like not just become an idea I understood, but something like I wanted to create myself because I really felt like this is having so much impact. Like it's just as valuable. It's just a different way of arriving places. Cool. I don't know. I think we have like 60 seconds left. So anyone just want to say, oh, that's it. Leave breakout rooms now. Perfect timing. We'll see you back in the main hall. Welcome back. Do we have most of the group here or are we still in breakout rooms?
There are still 10 seconds.
Okay. So just wait till the end. How was your chat, Elga?
everyone arrives muted in the main room, so please unmute yourself when you want to speak.
Welcome back. So I hope your conversations were fruitful or fulfilling. I think our group had a great conversation. So what I'm going to do now is fill you in a little bit about some of the topics we talked about, and then someone from the other group can do the same, just so we all have a general sense of what happened. And then we'll also be publishing this recording within the next week with both breakout rooms. So if you were here and you were curious what we talked about in the other room, you can watch the recording. And share the playlist for these recordings as well, because I think this is a really valuable resource we're creating in the process. We're taking a sort of snapshot of what is inclusive circus right now in different areas. So to summarize what happened in our group, first Pablo took us through more details of this spatial sequencing map new system of play that they're experimenting with, and we all got really excited about its potentials. And he also showed us that we recognize that it's a simple format, right? Like the concept itself is simple. So the real value, the real knowledge to use the tool is understanding the patterns and all the things you can do with it. So he shared with us, he's already began a process of creating a bit of a notation system with symbols to help label and identify the different sequences they're creating, and like a pattern chart that can help people who maybe don't know about juggling or these complicated sequences, how to quickly set them up. So he's at that level of development. And then we also talked a lot, had interesting conversations about CircA's more free play approach. They're pioneering of the free play approach, and sort of just trusting that if we create these environments of juggling for people, they will all find their own personal success with it. And we all agreed that one of the most impactful benefits of allowing the free play to happen is how the connections that it forms between people. And that relates to their philosophy of wanting to include parents and caregivers and all those things in the conversation as well. So it was a great conversation. We had a good time. Elga, I don't know if you feel comfortable giving us a review, or maybe Lapo or someone else who was there can give us a summary of what the topics were. How do you feel about that? No? Lapo, you feel ready to do that? Somebody who was in the conversation can summarize. Victoria, help me out, guys.
I think Vittoria wants to summarize it.
Who wants to summarize it?
Vittoria, I'm quite sure about this.
Lapo said you wanted to summarize it. Is that true?
She's the young, she needs more practice. So
I think he was being a bastardo.
Actually, I jumped in the half to other breakout rooms, so I have only the first part.
Okay, so it's my time.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we started about some questions. So Mark started with some questions about how to reach some institutional environment like university, and we're discussing about how Elga is working like with universities, for example, and that's for sure. It depends from country to country. Then Elga just went deep into this his methodology of working with assistants and to include associations and university people to teach them how to teach. So in this way, with like 5 people, they are able to reach and to enlarge the Circus channels, the Circus workshops around of the country. Then we just step a little inside about how to present project and how to use fundings. So basically that's for Belgium for sure. And nothing. Do I forgot something, Elga?
We talk about places where it's possible to learn about
Yeah, you're right.
And
you guys talk about the crazy props that she's building?
No, we didn't talk too much about that. We just talk more about the, let's say, the shape of bushcraft, the shape of the circus school, the structure, how to work with people, how to. We talk more about the formation.
Yeah, the Belgians are pretty good at that. I noticed. So when you have one, it's usually, how do you guys make it happen? How do you make it happen so much? And the answer is funding, right? But then that's the other part of the conversation. Okay, I'm gonna share, I think, an update about next week's or the next one, because The participation has been going down. We've noticed throughout each episode. We were highest the first week. We had a great presentation with Davide from Play Juggling about his involvement with adaptation of juggling props. And this is not the right slide. Hold on. All right, here we go. So next, the final episode, we kind of have really been building up for this conversation to put it all into perspective, is going to be about community development. And it'll be one of the episodes that I'm presenting. So it will start with about a 10-minute presentation about some of the historical points of what were the strategies and key moments in building community, how the Quat project sort of varies or deviates from traditional norms and how we achieve that. But I also have this guest, Tim Roberts, coming on, who was pretty critical in developing a circus space in London, now the National Centre for Circus Arts, from its grassroots origins before circus was really formalized. And now he works at École des Cirques de Quebec, where he's doing the same thing. So I've had a lot of great conversations with this person over the years because he's coming from the professionalization of artistic education, and I'm in the professionalization of educational training. So it's a really interesting conversation we have planned where we get to sort of see where we overlap and where we deviate. And I think it's important to understand so much as we are learning to figure out what our community is, because this conversation about inclusive circus and social circus, it really is so young, it's still new, and we're still figuring out where we fit inside this whole puzzle of circus. So that's my intention with this last episode. I hope you can promote it. I hope you can invite more friends. Many of you who are here today have been here from the start, so I thank you all for participating in this. The live conversations, I think, are really valuable, so you do gain something from being here. And of course, again, please share the recordings. If anyone is interested, I do have an online training course scheduled for April. You can learn more about it on the Quat Props website. We don't have any registrations yet, so please, if you are interested in these ideas, share this opportunity with your friends. I'm also available for mentorships. I have a couple mentorship students I'm working with right now, so it's flexible. If you know someone who needs knowledge or training, obviously the people who've received it from me before are developing on their own quite rapidly now. So, you know, I can do that for other people that you know as well. And then I keep promoting this every episode, which is that I recently did a podcast episode for StageLink, which is previously known as Circus Talk. If you're curious, you could check out and learn more about my views of social circus. But in general, I think Circus Talk or StageLink, they're trying to create an alternative platform for our industry to kind of be sort of the LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, where we can have like more productive conversations. Kind of, if you remember what social media was like early on before it got just destroyed. But now that can't happen on platforms like Facebook and Instagram, so we're not able to organize that way. So I'm wondering, I'm starting to interact with this platform. The more people we can get to interact with it, then the more likely it can be a tool for us, right? It is intended more for artists. That was its initial design, but it has features that we can use. And maybe this isn't the end result for us. Maybe it's just a temporary place where we can start to gather, because technology is always changing. I know Mark Beeler is a guy who's really interested in this topic, and maybe we'll have him on for another episode to talk about that. Okay, I think those are my updates. Stop sharing. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you Erasmus Plus for sponsoring us. Thanks all the partners. Thank you our guest speakers, Elga Pollet and CircA de Artistas, Julieta and Pablo. And we will see you all on April 2nd. Be aware, time change, spring forward. We are still 7 p.m. Central European time zone. So whatever time zone you are in, please reference it to what the current time zone is in Central Europe, because the clocks are going to change ahead for them in between now and then. And that's it. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.